what you need to know about this time, this solar eclipse coming very, very soon, and how you can navigate, how you can experience the fullness of opportunity, because every eclipse is opportunity. Some of these opportunities may be just hidden, they're hidden gems that we may not be noticing just in front of us, yet they're happening. So what we need to know, let me just briefly explain to you eclipses, how they work. Now, eclipse is just a natural event. Things are naturally happen. Usually they happen in pairs. Lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. Twice a year, and they're lasting something called eclipse corridor that lasts about 2 weeks time. Sometimes the eclipse corridor begins with the lunar eclipse, lasts for 2 weeks, and then ends with a solar eclipse. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes we have the solar eclipse first, and then in 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, we have the lunar eclipse. But these times, the period between the eclipses, that's gold. This is the time that you need to be aware of. And you will go through this time differently, even if you know nothing about eclipses. You have no idea this video exists. You are just naturally will feel differently. Some events will happen to you that will trigger you. So let's go through this time consciously. Now, so these eclipses, the period of 2 weeks between the eclipses is what is going to determine your life for the next 3 to 4 months. Even longer. Sometimes the effects of these eclipses, they can either change you or they can push you back. This is about being mindful. This is about understanding that we are a part of this cosmic dance of life. And everything that happens in cosmos between the moon and the sun and the earth, we can't exclude ourselves from these interactions, from these relationships. We are a part of this cosmic dance. So let's look at solar eclipse. What is a solar eclipse? Solar power is our life energy, is something that we are as human beings are experiencing as the fire, some life force that keeps us moving forward, that pushes us, that gives us intentions and desires. This full moon energy is also intensifying the power solar eclipse. So we have now this dance between the solar bodies. And we also understand that sun itself presents to us as our ego, as our identity. In order for us to survive, to serve life, we have 3 purposes. As life, you and I, we are in these physical bodies to serve life on 3 levels. The first level is to survive. Make sure we survive and we continue. Second, reproduction. So we reproduce and life continues. That's another purpose of life, survival, reproduction. The third is evolution, to evolve. This is, again, the purpose of life is evolution. That's why things are happening between these eclipses to help you to sort out things that you do not need, things that you don't have no purpose in your life, or things that actually prevent you from evolving, so you clear the way. So you remove these obstacles and you continue your journey through life now with more consciousness, with more awareness. And the solar eclipse is a major threat to the ego, to our ego identity, right? Because ego is what we want the world to see as us. And persona, the name, the glamour, the significance that we want to show to the world. This is the purpose of eclipse, is to put a shadow on that ego. And now all of a sudden, you are being hit by these external forces that are challenging your ego identity. And if you are very triggered, that only means that you are now having an opportunity to look at yourself differently, to see things that are pulling you like a puppet on the strings, because that's what ego will do. It will play these games with you. Ego, we all have that. We need that. Without ego, there is no human structure itself. We need to have some sort of identity. We need to feel like this identity has a purpose and it has connection and so on. But it's also the source of greatest suffering. The ego, when it's out of control, can really push us into very dangerous places. So when a solar eclipse happens, when solar eclipse is one of those forces that are coming together, then the eclipse itself is going to trigger. And these triggers will be not very pleasant. But hey, because they will happen whether you like it or not, why not develop this attitude of, okay, whatever happens, I won't react. I won't react impulsively with emotion. I won't be throwing things at people. I won't be losing my sleep over something that somebody said. I will just understand that everything that's being reflected to me is only there to help me to release. It's going to help me to become better, to help me to clear stuff that's holding me down, the stuff that keeps me stuck emotionally, physically. If I can't find my purpose, if I can't find my way in this world, if I am struggling with resources in relationships, that stuff has to go. That stuff, whatever is blocking you, whatever is challenging you, must go. And how do you clear it? How do you get rid of it? The answer is mindfulness. Simply being aware. If you are aware, I see you guys are joining. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to connect with you, my beautiful angels. Understand that every eclipse is a possibility. Every eclipse is designed by Mother Nature to help you overcome and release your own demons, things that stand in the way of your happiness, things that prevent you from seeing clearly, things that can just block you emotionally, keep you running in circles in your struggles. Here is a truly magical event that's happening right now. And because the power of eclipses is universal, it's happening here and it's happening in another country. I just watched yesterday, I was in the nail salon doing my nails, and then the TV was on. And I could oh my goodness, I don't have a TV. I don't even know what's going on in the world. But somehow I always get informed. Somebody tells me, or I just happen to see the news at the right place somewhere. Taiwan, earthquakes, the falling buildings. And it's almost like, what is going on in the world? Are we doing it? Are we the consciousness that's so out of balance that creates all of these problems and intense catastrophes and then events? My heart goes out to Taiwan. And I know that, whatever is happening, you have angels there with you. That you have some higher power that is going to help you to overcome this and to help you heal. So I'm sending my love to all those who are going through these really challenging things. But understand that this is on the macro level, and on the micro level, we are all there's some force that is going to stir the energy is going to stir, and there is any dust, any emotional mud that is settled to the bottom, it will be stirred. I am telling you guys, I'm not joking. The earth fell off its magnet. I mean, come on. The earth fell. Think about it. The earth fell, and this is the sign. This is the sign. Look how tiny things are, that we are all part of this globe, that we are all part of this beautiful energy called life. So the eclipse is about our emotions. It's about our connections. It's about our humanity. It's about how we are either all of this or none of this. We're either connected with everything and everyone. We are a part of this life energy that operates Earth. Earth is you and I. Earth is you and I. And what is going through the eclipse? The Earth is going through the eclipse. The energy of the Earth is going to the eclipse. And because it's happening in real time, we are all living it. We're all connecting with it. We are all part of this journey of eclipse. So, my angels, I want to encourage you during the time of eclipse is to remain as conscious as possible. Do not let any of the negative stuff, negative emotions, negative things that irritate you, pain of the past, some stuff that is still controls the way that you feel, that happened so long ago. It is time for you to become conscious. It is time for you to really understand what's going on. And if you're being tested, if you're being triggered, whatever energy you put out into the universe, this is the energy that is going to live and continue and run in circles until the end of summer. So before next eclipse, the next eclipse quarter will be happening in the fall. This is the springtime, and this is crazy because this is so intense, and we can see it. We can see it with everything and everyone. But you are here because you're listening. You are now paying attention. You're being more and more mindful of things that are happening. So this is the opportunity of the eclipse, is to transcend and transform and to elevate your consciousness, to move into the space where you feel at peace and connected with all life. And because you are connected with all life, you will receive all benefits, all cool things and miracles that life has prepared for you. As a living being, you are fully supported by life. That's the nature of life. And eclipses help you to release stuff and things that keep you from experience, to being a part of that life journey. So clearing them out of the way, keeping the inner balance, letting go of all of the triggers, being more mindful, conscious, kind, supportive, loving, holding this space for greater reality to unfold. You are going to become the master of your own life. And you will dance with these cycles, you will dance with eclipses, and you will fully take advantage of each opportunity. It's 11:11 here on my clock in Toronto. Lots of love. This is my sign. You are on the right path.